If you click on this video just now, you probably are thinking about moving to Florida. And you want to know, can I really afford it? Is it really worth it? Fortunately, in today's video, all we're going to talk about, it is about money. It's no secret that cost of living has skyrocketed over the few years. But here in Florida, it is a whole another level. Hey, I'm Michelle Beatty. I'm a real estate professional and a team leader here in Miami area. My team and I are passionate about helping people just like you to buy, sell, invest, and relocate into this incredible city. If you got any question by the end of this video, you can book an appointment directly with me through the link in the description below. And also be sure to like, to share, subscribe, as the best way to help other people just like you who are planning to move to Florida. Florida's reputation for affordability has changed dramatically. As 2024, the state is now listed as one of the most expensive places to live in America, making it crucial before you pack your bags and move into here, understand what kind of income you need to support yourself. So, in today's video, I will break down the numbers to give you a general idea of how much income you need to cover the essentials. Things like rent, grocery, healthcare, transportation, and on. And next, we're going to cover how much income you need to live comfortably. Because, hey, we just don't want to survive, right? And as a bonus, I will dive into the required annual income before taxes for different family sizes. So, if you're a family of 4, 5, or even 10, you will know exactly what to expect. So, grab your favorite drink, get comfy, and let's get started. When you consider relocating to Florida, it's super important to know how the cost of living here compared to other places. If you're coming from high living cost cities like New York, San Francisco, Los Angeles, Boston, DC, Florida might feel like a gold mine. But if you're moving from city with a low cost of living, adjust to Florida, expensive cities like Miami, Fort Lauderdale might make your wallet sweat a little. So, knowing what city is best to suit your finances will help you to plan your move and set realistic goals. On average, cost of living in Florida is about 2% below national average. And how is that possible? Well, it all depends on where you live in Florida. Some places are totally budget friendly, with costs of 2% to 5% below national average. Perfect for those looking to save or enjoy comfortable lifestyle. But if you're dreaming of big city vibes like Miami or Fort Lauderdale, be ready to spend more. These epic cities can cost up to 20% more than national average because all of the amazing things they have to offer. Florida has tons of different places to live, so your lifestyle and budget really depends on which city do you pick. We use data from the MIT Living Wage Calculator, the Smart Asset Calculator, and Best Place Cost of Living Calculator. Those tools, which I will be linked in the description below, can be used as your financial GPS. They are a fantastic resource and I highly recommend it. Check them out on your own. All right, now let's get into the real reason why you're here, the cost. First, let's start with the basic. How much cash do you need to cover the essentials? The things that is non-negotiable and is a must to have. We're talking about housing, utilities, transportation, health insurance, car insurance, and childcare. Let me break down one by one because understand this cost. It's like holding the key to survive in Florida. According to MIT's Living Wage Calculator, the required annual income before tax for single adults in Florida is $46,645 or $22.43 an hour. A single adult with one child will need to make at least $77,515 a year. Let's break down those expenses. And let's start with housing. The median rent for one-bedroom apartment in Florida and in Miami is currently around $2,000 per month. However, Miami's most desirable neighborhood like Brickell, downtown, Coral Gables, the median rent jumps to about $2,700 per month. I use the median price instead of average because in areas like South Florida, average can be affected by the presence of luxury properties. For example, I've managed high-end rentals like $40K per month for 5 bedrooms home, $17K for 3 bedroom homes, but I also handle tons of 5,000 rentals for 3 bedroom homes. My personal examples are not exactly apple to apples comparison, but illustrate how the presence of luxury properties can affect the price. The median price, on the other hand, gave a clear picture of what most people are actually paying, making it more accurate. Here is a snapshot of few cities for a fun comparison of 1 bedroom apartment. Florida, $2,000 per month. Miami, $2,700. Kansas City, $755. New York, $4,500. Boston, $3,300. San Francisco, $3,400. Detroit, $1,300. Now, let me tell you what happens when you want to buy instead of renting. In cities like New York, San Francisco, median home price often skyrockets past $1 million. It is a mind-blowing figure, right? Well, let me take a look at Miami, where median home price is around $600. It's a bit more reasonable. And best part, if you dream of owning a piece of Florida paradise, don't worry, Miami's price don't reflect the whole state. The median house price in Florida is about $400,000, which is still pretty affordable. With 411 cities and 67 counties, Florida is a diverse place with a mix of real estate markets. Yes, it's true. Florida has 9 of the 15 most overpriced cities in the US. But don't let that scare you off. Florida also boasts many affordable cities, making it a great place for everyone in every budget. Check out my other videos that I talk about the best budget-friendly neighborhoods in Miami, most expensive cities to live in Miami, and affordable cities in Florida. Now, let's play a little game. Let's take a tour across the US and see how far can you stretch your wallet. Ready? Let's go. New York, $1 million for a median home price. San Francisco, $1.2 million. Florida, $400,000. Miami, $600,000. Tampa, $475,000. Orlando, $400,000. Kansas City, $285,000. Detroit, $85,000. So now that I've showed you the big picture, don't believe in everything that we hear on the news. Miami not be the cheapest place to live in, but with everything it has to offer, there is really no comparison. I live in New Jersey for 10 years, and let me tell you, this city brings me joy every single day, making a place that I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. Now, let's talk about groceries. If you got a big family, you're probably wondering what will cost to support them here. The average monthly grocery cost per person in Florida is about $365, which is 5.4 higher than the national average. For a family of 2, you're looking at around $728.50 per month, and a family of 4 is about $14.50 per month. Now, in another hand, in Miami, a family of 4 spend around $1,600 per month on grocery. In Miami, grocery price is about 10% higher than the state average. If you're wondering why, I would say Miami is always in high season with tourists and multiple events. In 2023, Miami received more than 27 million visitors, spending $21 billion. There are other factors, obviously, but this alone tells the whole story. Let's chat about my grocery costs for a moment. My grocery bill is pretty low compared to other families, but that's because of my life choice. It's just 3 of us, my mom, my son, and me. Our grocery bill is on the lower side, around $200 per week, make $800 per month. We skip the alcohol, the sodas, the red meat, all those tempting junk foods like chips and cookies. It helps to keep our costs down without even trying. But hey, everyone is different. Your grocery costs might be higher or lower based on what you and your family loves to eat, and that's totally okay. Let's talk about something that we all deal with, which is utilities. First, electrical bill. Especially here in sunny Florida, keeping cool isn't just a luxury, it's a necessity. And let me tell you, it can get pricey because we need AC running pretty much all year round. On average, we're looking at about $100 per month for electric bill. Now, if you're in Miami, like me, it's a different story. For example, my bill is around $130 on those cool days, but during the hot summer days, it can spike up to $200. Yep, keep it cool comes with a cost. In my case, a single family home, those numbers are true, but if you're in a condo, it's a bit lower, around $80 for the cool days and $120 during the hot summer. Here's a little fun fact. Floridian carries a sweater everywhere we go. And it's not a fashion statement, and we're not crazy. So if you are coming to Miami, don't ditch your sweater just yet. It is a life hack to survive from the blast AC indoors on the 90 degrees weather. Alright, let's dive into water bills and garbage pickup. Depending on your usage and in the area, which can vary a lot, water bills in Florida can range from $20 to $68 per month. Now, if you're in Miami, you can expect to be on the higher side. In my case, for a single family home, water bill is about $100 per month. For a condo, it's a lot less, it's $30 to $50. Next is garbage. In Florida, you can expect to pay somewhere around $24 a month for trash removal. This usually comes with the basic service, and the rates can fluctuate based on how often your trash gets picked up or whether you have a recycling service included. So the total cost of utility, let's put all together. When you add all that up, the average monthly utility cost in Florida can range from $180 to $300 per month. Next is transportation. The most common way to get around in Florida is by car. However, in Miami has all sorts of ways to get around, but it's not extensive as in some other big metro areas. You can hop on the water, taxi, ferry, and use the Metrorail or Metromover. For long rides, there is an Amtrak and Brightline. Despite these different options, Miami transportation network is still facing challenges. The service, while diverse, are not extensive as we like yet. Here's a breakdown on general price range for transportations in Miami. A single bus ride is $2.25. A day pass is $5.65. Metrorail operates in 25 miles with 2 lines. A single ride is $2.25. A day pass is $5.65. The monthly pass is $112.50. The Metromover is free, covered across downtown, Miami, and Brickell. Brightline, our new and fast speed rail one-way ticket range from $10 to $25 depending on your destination and time of the day. From Miami to Orlando, only 3 hours and 30 minutes long. Prices start at $79 for adults and $39 for kids. If you want a first-class experience, premium fares begins at $149, and water taxi and ferry in Miami operate multiple routes similar to a bus service, but in the water, connecting popular spots like Miami Beach, downtown, and nearby islands. It's often used by tourists and locals. The Miami Trolley is also a great way to explore the city for free. It operates multiple routes, covering key areas like downtown Miami, Brickell, Coral Ray, Coconut Grove, Little Havana, and more. Plus, the routes are designed to connect the public transportation options to Metrorail and Metrobus. When it comes to driving, gasoline price is generally in Florida pretty close to the national average. However, car insurance can be a bit more expensive, especially in Miami. This is mainly due to the high traffic congestions, accident rates, and blurry driving because we got a lot of rains and flood, and someone has to pay for the damage. Our next cost is healthcare. Healthcare costs in Florida is generally about 5% lower than national average, making more affordable compared to other states. For example, the average cost for a silver health insurance plan in Florida is around $584 per month, slightly below the national average, due to a combination of a low service cost and competitive insurance rates. However, in Miami, healthcare costs tend to be higher. This increase is driven by the large population and the high demand on healthcare service. Next is car insurance. Car insurance in Florida is notably more expensive than national average. Full coverage drivers can expect to pay about $3,800 annually, which breaks down to approximately $350 per month. For those opting for minimum coverage, the cost averages around $1,065 per year, about $89 per month. Several factors influence those rates, including your age, driving records, credit history, and location. Additionally, rates vary by city. Miami residents, for instance, often face higher costs due to the high traffic density and accident rates, averaging $3,500 per year. This data comes from Zebra and NerdWallet. You might want to do your own research because if you are a good driver like me, you could be paying $150 for full coverage. I use Geico and I'm not getting paid to say that. Another cost that I want to cover, and the last one, is daycare for kids in Florida. Just like anything else, price can vary based on where you live and the quality of care. Plus, the age of the little ones plays a big role too. On average, you can expect to pay around $800 to $1,200 per month for full day care for infants. For toddler, it's a bit lower, average between $700 to $1,000 per month. But if in a place like Miami, be prepared to pay about 20% more due to the high living costs and greater demand. Now, if you have multiple kids, good luck. I can help. I don't think my calculator can add all that up. I've got to say, it feels great that my 7 years old start attending a public school. I only have to cover the cost of aftercare that is provided by the school, which is $300 per month. This gives me some extra cushion to enroll him in activities like jiu-jitsu, martial arts, piano classes, which is $250 per month. It was a nice break compared to $1,600 that I was paying for preschool at Children's Museum School, which, by the way, I highly recommend it. Because education is so expensive for our little ones, I've noticed a big debate among my friends. It is worth it going to work just to break even. Some say no, prefer stay home with the kids. Others prefer to go to work and earn those retirement benefits, pay vacations, and advance in their career. It is a tough decision either way, and honestly, it depends on what is best for your family. So far, we've talked about just getting by in the Sunshine State. It was more about like survive mode. But now, let's shift the gears and explore what kind of income you need to actually enjoy life in here. According to a study from Smart Asset, if a single working adult in Florida wants to live that comfortable lifestyle, who wouldn't? They should use the 50-30-20 budget rule and aim to double the income, targeting $44.86 an hour or $93.300 a year. Yet, it might sound a lot, but this number covers everything from your avocado toast addiction to those spontaneous getaway to the West or Disney if you have kids. Now, let's break down how you can manage this kind of income with the 50-30-20 budget rule. If you're not familiar with the 50-30-20 budget rule, here is a simple way to think about it. The idea is to divide your income in 3 categories. Spend 50% on your needs, 30% on your wants, and 20% on savings. 50% on needs. This refers to all the essentials like rent or mortgage, utilities, grocery, car insurance, health insurance, childcare, gas, and minimum credit card payments. The 50% is after tax, and you can see this is your non-negotiable expenses, things that you absolutely have to pay for keep your life running smoothly. 30% on wants. Now, this is the fun part. This chunk of budget is all about the things that make life enjoyable. Things that you like to have but don't need to survive. Like dining out, catching a movie, going to concert, Netflix, weekend getaway, hobbies, and a little pampering. Question: who tax is a need or is a want? Well, I leave that for another conversation. 20% on savings. This is where you set yourself up for the future. This including building an emergency fund, contributing to retirement accounts, investing in opportunities, and pursuing other saving goals. By following these 50-30-20 rules, you can ensure you're covering all your essential needs, enjoy some of the life pleasures, and secure your financial future. It's all about finding the right balance to live comfortably without financial stress. Now that we analyze what is 50-30-20 budget rule, let's break down on the income. If the recommended annual income is $93,309, the monthly income is $7,760. So here is what your monthly budget will look like. 50% on basic needs is $3,888, 30% on wants is $2,333, and 20% on saving is $1,555. So there you have it. With a solid income and a smart budget, you can enjoy all the awesome things that Florida has to offer and still making sure you're saving for the future. Now, I've covered everything from the basic to living the good life in here in Florida to help you to make the right move. If you got any questions about cost of living in Florida, you can book an appointment direct with me through the link in the description below, and also be sure to like, to share, and subscribe as the best way to help other people just like you who are planning on moving to Florida. Thanks for watching and see you next video. Here is the bonus that I promised. If you have a large family and if you are wondering how much income you will need, here's the breakdown for you. According to MIT Living Wage Calculator, the required annual income before taxes for different family sizes in Florida is as follows. One adult with no children, $46,645. One adult with one child, $77,515. One adult with two children, $94,356. One adult with three children, $122,217. Two adults, one working with no children, $63,567. Two adults with one children, one working, $75,959. Two adults with two children, one working, $84,825. Two adults with three children, one working, $92,922. Two adults, both working with no children, $63,567. Two adults with one child, both working, $86,553. Two adults with two children, both working, $104,524. Two adults with three children, both working, $121,164.